Each member of the team is chosen for his or her own completely unique set of abilities. This is Christopher Smith, known as Peacemaker. In his hands, anything is a deadly weapon. His father was a soldier who trained his son how to kill from the moment he was born.
Are you having a laugh?
What?
You just said each member of the team is chosen for their unique abilities. He does exactly what I do.
But better.
Greetings, warriors. My name's Pretty, and welcome to this very, very late Resplendent review. Let's just say December was kind of chaotic. But hey, we are first video of the new year. Just wanted to let you guys know a couple of things before, we dive into this. But I am going to try to be more consistent with content this year because the end of last year was awful. For, in terms of being on time for things. And so I'm hopefully going to get more content out this year. Fingers crossed on that. If you guys want to know a little bit about what's coming up in the cooker, Gotcha reviews are coming back in a fun new format that I hope is going to kind of reignite the spark for that, as well as a couple other of miscellaneous Fire Emblem Heroes content that actually might be a series, maybe, and other things. So last year was my first year of YouTube memberships, which was insane to me. Thank you, all of you who were a member, even if you were gifted a membership. Let's be honest, you're awesome. But this year, I'm going to be focusing on monthly streams of doing resplendent art instead of seasonal art like I did last year, because I have so much to catch up on for that. So if you're interested in, seeing those things, join memberships today. Because this month we're gonna have 3 streams for the price of 1 month because I'm so far behind. But those things are out of the way, I've told you what I've needed to tell you, and now let's actually dive into this very long-awaited Resplendent review.
My time in Asker has been filled with fascinating people and very enlightening. I feel like I've really grown.
We have the stunning Lucina. I mean, we all have our hands on her art already, so this has been a long time coming. She is in the realm of Asker, and for terms of fitting into what makes an Asker design, she just bravo. She hits everything that is needed. She's got the color palette down. She's got the whites. She's got the navies, which I really like what they did with this navy, because as you can tell, I'm talking about her pants and her gloves. They really took that navy color and muted it down more so that it's closer to a gray, blue, black, and I love it. It just really complements her hair color very well, and it makes the red not clash with the typically brighter navy color, which I love. She's also got the gold. She's wearing a tunic. Fabulous. I kind of wish she did have the pleats in her tunic, like how Alphonse and Trina do, but that's the minorest of nitpicks, because there's not going to be much nitpicks here, guys. There's not. So she has big shoulder armor, which you can kind of see on her other art, where it's not being hidden by her amazing shield, because oh my god, her fucking shield looks so good. She has scale armor on actually the sides of her, which I really, also on underneath her breast armor, but on the sides. I really appreciate that because I don't know, it's just a unique place to see armor. I like it. It really feels like she's gonna hold her shield out in front of her most of the time. So she has those on the sides so that she can, take hits there too. And love it. She's got the cape. She's got white feathers. Her white feathers are both in her hair and underneath the big shoulder armor, which creates a really unique silhouette for her that I really like. I mean, take away her hair and then you can see the silhouette. She has the weird metal wing that goes around the head that Asker people do, and I really like it on her. It looks really good. And finally, she has deep brown leather belts and straps and doodads, and what is there to say about this that has not been said. I think. Now, let's take away the aspect of the art because, you know, everybody is. I remember when this came out, everybody was like, oh my God, that art is beautiful. And I agree. The art is stunning. But taking that away and just looking at how this is a Asker design, it does everything it needs to correctly. Even like some smaller details, like if you take a look at her chest piece, she has the Asker symbols connecting to the shoulders, which is a common trend for the Asker royalty, which I think is a very nice trend. I think it's very fitting, and it really kind of is just that extra little bit of detail that really, you know, solidifies her design. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like they redesigned her shield just a smidge to make it, one, fit Asker, obviously, and two, look way more like the mask from, like, her story, right? I'm not crazy, right? You see it right too. And it just, 10 out of 10. It fits everything I want to in an Asker design and does more than that as well. And I just, bravo. And this is a bonus point. It's getting, you know what? Let's say it's an 11 out of 10. Because I know this is more of a personal opinion, but the fact that they picked Asker for her was so good compared to like Brave Ike. Brave Ike, you could barely really tell a difference in his design because they kept with mostly the same color palette, the same features, you know, pretty similar. I'm not saying exactly similar, but pretty similar. With Brave Lucina, they took a very blue toned character and thrust her into white, and it's such a nice visual distinction. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense, okay? But I hope somebody understands what I'm trying to say. I hope so. Please tell me I'm not crazy, please. And now we get to talk about, you know, fitting into the realm in terms of themes and whatnot. So, as of right now, Asker's theming is a sense of duty, sense of righteousness, a very more grandiose type of thing, whereas Nidavellir is a lot more self-serving. So, in the case of this, is like doing the greater good, trying to save the world for it being the world instead of like saving your country because you only care about your country, yada yada yada. If that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense, guys. Please let me know if I'm making sense. I feel like my brain is not in my head right now. Anywho's, so we're going to dive into her personality and see if she fits. You know, spoilers obviously for Awakening. If you haven't played Awakening, I'm shooketh. Go play Awakening. It saved the entire fucking franchise. Play Awakening. Anywho's, I'm gonna just go ahead and dive on in and you know, be sure to read the comments from the people in my Discord, you know, because they're fun. People are fun in my Discord. Lucina is a strong-willed, pragmatic, serious woman who is determined to defy fate and alter the dark future she came from. She admires historical figures and her ancestrals, showing extreme reference to her father and trying to emulate how she thought her ancestor, Marth, acted, to lend her the strength she needed. Due to countless deaths and horrific events of the future, she dislikes any form of death, even noble ones. Her stoic personality and lacking sense of humor is a result of her feeling responsible for the surviving children of the shepherds. So being their leader, she believes that there is no place for herself to line up. She cares for her comrades deeply and has a sense of justice, but even with her leadership skills and talent as a swordswoman, Lucina never gives herself any credit, constantly doubting whether or not she can live up to Marth or her father's name. I'd read more, but come on, she fits 10 out of 10. I have not seen a more Asker fitting theme than Lucina. Because let's be honest, her entire point in existing is to defy fate, who save literally everyone. And that feels very noble and very much a sense of righteousness because she wants to protect people. Other potential realms she could have been in, maybe hell because she's sacrificing her entire being to... She's sacrificing the world she knows about to save the future world. Okay, let's get into parallel universes for a second. Depending on how, like, that all happens, she's literally changing... How do I fucking phrase this? So if we do, like, parallel world theory, so, for example, she goes back in time and her being there creates a new timeline. She's not fixing her world anymore. She's fixing the world. So, I mean, I guess she's technically sacrificing something. I don't know. I don't really know. She could also fit into Niffle because she has strong familial bonds and, you know, feelings, but I don't know. Asker is very fitting as well because, Marth? I'm pretty sure Marth is Asker, right? Yeah, he's Asker, right? Yeah, he's Asker. He's Asker. So I think it's very fitting for a character who dressed up as her ancestor, you know, has an Asker Resplendent, so it's only fair she has an Asker Resplendent. And, you know, thematically, she freaking fits. I don't think anyone can argue against that. Let's be honest here. So, again, I reiterate, 10 out of 10. And now, my personal opinions. Holy shit, this art is beautiful. It's so fucking good. Everything about it I love. Like, just the power pose of her standing pose and just the way everything flows together and, like, oh, it's just so visually pleasing. And then when we get to her attack, like, it looks so nice. I'm just gonna be gushing about it because the best way, here's a little hint from an artist herself. If you want to see how talented an artist is, look at the fabric. Look how the fabric moves when they pose characters, because fabric is freaking tricky, man. So if you see somebody at least making it look good, that means they have a very, like, keen eye, and I appreciate it so much. But, like, the way her tunic is moving in her attack pose has me giddy. It's hard to explain why, but it just looks so good. So yeah, her special. First off, like, who's this artist again? Please let me know, because I might need to build all of their other units. My favorite thing about this special art is the glow. So I'm not talking about the wispy, glowy stuff coming from her weapon. I'm talking about the glow that they added to her, to, like, the deepest parts of the shadows, to her hair, to just everything. It really brings it all together, and it just creates such this unique look to her. Like, if you put side by side, or, well, let's have it do, like, subtle transformation and back. I'm talking to myself. Hi, editing me. I hope you're doing exactly what I want you to do. But, like, just the way it makes this whole art just pop and takes it to another level. And it's so pretty. I could gush about it for so long, but I really shouldn't. My favorite part, I know this sounds so dumb, but my favorite part is just the highlighting on her leg. Like, on her boots and her shoes. It just looks so good, man. Looks so good. And I'm not usually the biggest fan of, you know, damaged art, but I really like that she's assuming more of a defensive pose with her shield on this. I really appreciate that. Just overall, the art is so pretty, and I love this design more than I do her Brave outfit originally. So yes, I will be using this. Yes, I will be loving it, and I will be cherishing it. And I'm going to pretend this is the last Resplendent of 2022, because, oh boy, I know the two videos for them are going to be separate, you know, but I'm going to be recording that video right after this one. So yeah, I kind of wish I did this one second, because then I had eye bleach. Anyways, so I'm gonna... she is easily on my tier list. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired. Anyways, easily going into God tier. Where in God tier? Now I have to actually think about that, because I feel like I'm gonna put her right next to her dad. Or maybe, okay, objectively, I like hers way more than I like Elliott's. But in terms of actually being like a full upgrade, I think I'm gonna put her like right next to her dad and Amelia. Yeah. Because it's fucking good, man. It's so good. I love it. It just... Anyways, that's my opinion on Resplendent Lucina. What do you guys think? Do you like her? I like her. I mean, it's the Resplendent she finally deserves. She's deserved this for so long, and I'm so happy for her. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, and predictions on what I think about Gordon. Let me know, because Gordon, yay! Such a strong way to end the Resplendent year. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about that in the next video. But if you haven't noticed, I did release an original song, which you can now listen to on Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube Music. So go check that out. With that all said, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Keep fighting your battles, and I will see you next time. Toodaloo!